yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have Hazel E in the building. Hazel E, Hazel Baby, the love and hip hop veteran herself. She's
Yes.
in the building. She came to the Sweet Pea Diaries to talk to your girl, Sweet Pea, and we're gonna look how pretty she. Look at her, y'all. Look how pretty
Oh,
she the
thank
glow up.
you.
Look at the mommyhood, marriage life. Yes. So Hazel, you are looking good. I have been watching you on social media. The glow up, it is apparent. You wear mommyhood well, girl.
Thank you. It's like my
Yes.
favorite thing ever I've ever done. I've done a lot of stuff, but being a mom is like next level fulfillment that if I would have known sooner, I probably would have been a mom a long time ago.
Yes. Mommies, it will calm you down. And that's what I kind of noticed. Like you found your lane. It's like you just chilling.
Yeah.
You
I
and
mean,
what's his name? Devon.
Devon, yeah.
Devon, and
Yeah.
he's handsome, girl.
He's
I was
gorgeous.
like, y'all just hating because that boy is fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
he fine in real life
Yeah.
fine.
Real life fine.
Real life fine. Facts. Big facts.
Yes. So it's looking good though, Hazel. Like we know you were always the bad girl. Always I watched throwback. You and Jason Lee. I watched your Hollywood Unlocked interview last night.
Okay.
Something you said stuck out to me when you said, how would you feel if every day you woke up and people were saying how ugly you were on TV and on social media? That's true. Like you wore that so well, like you were so picked apart, and people just said the most nastiest things. They took your words out of context all the time, and you handled it well. How did you
Thank
get
you.
through that time in your life?
Um, See, the thing was, I didn't even know that anybody ever thought I was ugly,
Right,
because I never did. You feel me? But when you get onto like a platform of that level, and they're making women compete against each other. Oh, she's prettier than she is, or this and that, instead of letting everybody like be
right,
individuals. Um, it was rough a little bit, just because I'm like, why are people so like, mean, or so concerned about what I look like, or how big my nose is,
right,
um or just whatever that they, it was mainly my nose. Honestly, it was
right.
really my nose, and maybe that also probably was propelled by some of the cast members and things they said, like it was an easy way to take a dig at me or
Yeah,
something. And so I probably like, I think I lashed out a little bit, and that's probably why some people that started off loving me, being like the underdog or whatever, ended up turning kind of to dislike me, because I jumped in my bag. I flexed on everybody. I'm
as you
still
should.
flexing. I'm flexing on every bitch on that cast still to this day,
Of
because I
course.
still feel like no one can see me outside of, well, yeah, just on Hollywood, because I'm not gonna say everybody else, because Cardi B is
Oh
killing.
no, no, I feel
Yeah,
you. I
Cardi
feel
is
you.
killing everybody, y'all. I would be
Yeah. But we
um,
know the audience knows what you mean because you're
yeah.
right.
Um, and I just feel like, I had to jump in my bag and do what I needed to do to, like, you know I have an ego too, you know what I'm saying? Just because people talk about, but I feel like I use it just to level up. Okay, y'all want to say this, well, I'm gonna do that. Y'all say I'm homeless, I'm gonna have a bigger house than all y'all bitches combined. Oh, y'all ain't. Oh, whatever car. Okay, I done got a Porsche, a Maserati. Y'all
Right.
still taking Uber? Actually, you get kicked out of Uber. You can't even take Uber. You want to Lyft. I don't even take Lyft. You might be at the taxi at this point. I don't know. So I just felt like I would, then people say, oh, now I'm a bully, and now I'm the bad girl. And really, I'm just matching energy. And I feel like I'm just dishing what people, I'm just giving back what people give to me. And then
Right.
now I'm considered the bad guy. But I wasn't the bad guy when, people was coming and dumping people's clothes all over, the floor, and I'm helping you pick stuff up and helping you do this and that. But then I'm the bully because I said my waist is more snatched than you, or whatever. Like,
Right.
just, whatever it is. And so I just had to like build a bridge, get across it, and just try to level up and make me a better person, because I can't change what people think about me. And Yala fixed my life. Honestly, that was a real turning point, because Auntie and Yala got me together, and she let
Okay.
and she let me know that I can't control what people think about me or say about me or whatever. I can only control how I react to it.
Right.
And after I did that moment with her, um things changed for me. And I think the world could see that they changed for me because she's somebody I looked up to. She's an AKA. Shout out to my
Okay.
sorority.
Okay.
Shout out to Kamala Harris. You know, we have a
Okay.
sorority
Right. Yes. Yes.
vice president, vice president, sorry. And
Okay.
yeah, and she got me back into my author, my, you know, woman of
Yeah.
Alpha Kappa Alpha.
She
And
gathered you.
she gathered me. She said, tighten it up, Hayes.
Yeah.
Me
Tighten
and
it up.
me and Oprah are giving you a platform to
Yeah.
redeem yourself, which we've given nobody on Love and Hip Hop from
Wow.
this moment. And we need you because we read your story and seen that you weren't in the situation because that's who you are. You're in the situation because you felt attacked and you responded incorrectly. So once I got that moment of redemption and those amazing women gave me a chance to, better myself, I've taken that chance seriously and I've just tried to do better ever since.
Right. And I do think that it is obvious. We are a big Hazel E fan over here. I used to play the conversation all the time. And they were like, oh, girl, you taking her side. She's a colorist and all this. Let me tell you something. I'm 42, okay? I come from the day where we talked like that. Like, we talked shit.
And I'm almost 40. I'll be 40 in a couple months. So we're in the same category.
Okay, so and we didn't take everything so serious. It was like we used to say stuff and then we go on about our business and then maybe come back and be like, girl, I'm sorry, I ain't mean that shit. And we just go on about it. But people are so, I feel like people just want to put labels on everything these days. They
Yeah.
want cancel culture. They just want to write you off so quick. Boom, you done. And it's like, would you want someone to do that to you? Like, give me a chance. Like, I made a mistake. One moment doesn't define my whole life.
No.
So you were young and you were on Love and Hip Hop. That platform, I don't see how anybody could come out of that and still be sane. So
Right.
the fact that you did and you pressure, you weathered the storm. You're a wife, you're a mother, you very successful, and it shows. You're looking well. So you made the most of it, and everybody can see it, girl. But we want to know. Everybody is asking.
Yes.
What you want, Masika? Like now, what is going on with that? Why did that not go well? Did she sat down at the conversation? She didn't. You came to talk. We could tell
Yeah.
she wasn't with it.
I was so shocked because so it was one of those things like when it was presented to me, I was just like, why the hell would I want to go and sit down and talk with her? I haven't seen her talk to her in 3 years since season 4 reunion. Like,
Right,
why would I want to do that? And it was like, well, we want to see if we can, bigger heads can prevail. And
right.
it's been this beef for so many years, and we see if we want to can talk about it and maybe move past it. In addition to the money was right. So
Okay, okay. Of
so
course,
with
hey,
and I just had a baby. We were in a pandemic and I'm not missing no meals. And that's just what that is. And I felt like I'm in a place in a space of where I could actually have a conversation, figure out where your issues are, voice my issues. And, I'm not bitter or mad or about anything. So
yeah,
I
it's
have this
good.
space to actually like listen and hear what your beef is with me and see how maybe we can, I'm not trying to be best friends or be bad friends, but
Right,
maybe fix it. I wanted to get to a point to where when you saw my name or people said something about me online that you weren't the first person there
right,
commenting. You weren't the first person always trying to put your 2 cents in.
right.
I wanted to get to that space there. Like I said, she already had a rough week because of the sex trafficking scandal. Because she was trying to sex traffic herself for her OnlyFans. And so she was already coming from a place of,
And she was getting evicted from her house too. That
yeah, she was getting evicted because she was still in washer and dryers and
yeah,
the COVID thing, and said she couldn't pay her rent and stayed in
right,
Ray J's manager house. And so she was already going through some things. And the I tried to empathize. I
yeah,
even had said I had been in your position to where I made a mistake online
right,
and I got dragged for it, quote unquote, canceled for it. So I understood. I could actually empathize with you right now. So we ain't even got to go that hard.
right,
Baby girl wasn't hearing none of it. She tried to play me like I was a goofy. Like she tried to sit there and act like she was bigger to even speak at me. And the first thing she said to me was a dig, was about my weight. So once you took the gloves off, now I'm ready. Because see,
Right.
I was already ready, but then when I saw you and I just feel like you look lost, I feel like you look like you had just got off the putting your
The
J's to the
crack.
blade. I
Yeah.
felt like your feet were still dirty. I
Yep.
felt like it was all those things sitting back in front of me. So I
Yeah.
felt bad for you and I wanted to try to, be the bigger person. But
Right.
once you came, now once you sent, now I'm coming. And that's
Right.
where it led to at each point in that thing. The beauty of it was people could see the truth finally. Oh, people thought Masika was better looking or she was prettier. And if we defined the world based on what people thought about beauty, then we would have the most beautiful IG girls being more famous than the
Yeah.
legends. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like
Right.
it would if everything was based on
Right.
strictly beauty. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like, and I'm not going to give examples because then it'll seem like I'm giving
Right. Of
shade
course.
for
Because
people.
people will
So
find something. Oh, she said this.
right, I was just about to give an example and I just checked myself
You're
because
like, whoop.
people will take it wrong.
Pull it back.
But um after that moment people saw the content of character, I
Yeah,
feel like.
they
And
did.
it honestly was probably one of the hard decisions, but was one of the best decisions I had made, was to sit down and have that conversation, because it literally has changed the way people or this industry view me now.
Yes.
From that, from
Yeah.
nothing, from not in Yala, from not marriage boot camp, from
Right.
but the conversation literally has changed the trajectory of the way people view Hazel E and my brand now. So it honestly became a win for me.
It
Like
did.
I didn't even
I
know.
know, like the girls that were Masika stands. I had a lot of them in the comments saying, "Oh my God, I didn't know she was that nasty." Or what is she holding against Hazel? Hazel came to talk and she's jealous, or it was all of those things. She's
All of it.
jealous. She, she's really nasty. Oh my God, her attitude sucks.
I
All
didn't
that.
even I didn't even understand when people were saying like a lot. I got a lot of comments of people were she was jealous because of what I, or she wanted the stuff I had with like
Yep.
her baby daddy and house and wedding and this and
Yeah.
this and that. And I don't have a jealous spirit. I
Right.
never want what the next person has. I've never been that way. You can't really find I might have a judgmental.
Competitive.
I might have a
Competitive.
judgmental
Right, and be
about things.
competitive and want to win.
Right. And I've admitted that. I admitted that with Dr. Ish. I've admitted that this is
Right,
like a flaw, so to speak, of me,
right.
that I work on. But I'm not jealous. And so for people to say that the anger or feelings that she had could have come out of jealousy was crazy, because I didn't know that I had what you wanted. I mean,
Right,
maybe I do. I didn't pay attention to you
right.
after we fell out that much to understand that you wanted a fairy tale happy ending. Honestly, you probably could have got it if you would change the scope and how you act and how you wanted people perceive you.
Right.
Perception is everything. If you want to be a
Yes,
wife and a this and a that, then put on that aura. Give people that thing about you, and maybe
yeah,
your husband will come. God
yeah,
prepares you.
yep,
He prepares you for things. God prepared me to be a wife. Me and
yeah.
my husband just had a disagreement before I got on here about me joining Clubhouse, and his feelings about me joining a new app, and people from the past having access and stuff to me.
Oh,
And we were sitting here talking through it, and I've decided not to probably pursue joining the app just because the day I got on it, whole bunch of exes, whole bunch of people that could have been an ex or this or that start following. He felt like it was a different level way to communicate or something with me.
right.
But being that I was prepared to be a wife, I understand that if my husband feels that I shouldn't do this, or I didn't like him having Snapchat, because guess what, them hoes be sending
Snap
stuff that disappear and
me
they
that
ain't say
coochie
split. And guess what, he deleted his Snapchat. He don't have
Yeah,
Snapchat. So you got to prepare yourself if you want these certain things. So don't be mad at me, and don't hold resentment for me, because I've gone to step into my new purpose, baby.
right.
And if you can't take it, it shows you can't take it. Because look how you acted. You
She
tried
could,
to assault, you threw a whole wine glass at me,
yeah.
like
She
in
couldn't
close
take
range.
it.
You clearly got to be on something because you missed. There's no way that
Yeah,
you was 2 feet away from me and missed me. I
she,
told you to
yeah,
shut the hell up, or you was gonna get dragged, and you think
yeah,
I'm playing. And it was like, so now I've tried to be this, Hazel. That's not working. So let me give you what you want. And then
right.
that's how that went.
And that is exactly what happened because she was just not. I'm like, Do
She
you
was
know
attacking me. She was
I had
literally attacking me the whole
she was
time.
attacking you. I mean, she was throwing things at you. She was calling you dogs. She called your daughter a. I'm not even going to repeat it.
It's a disgusting word.
Yeah,
And I could have threw that low blow so many times at her, and I never did. Because if
right,
we have to take the definition of what a bastard child is, that would be a child whose mother and father were not married when they were born.
right.
Ava Dior Waller's parents were married the day that she was born.
Yeah,
So my child was not a bastard. And I still didn't take no blows at her kid. I might have jabbed at her parenting, but I
right,
didn't never take a blow at her child.
right.
And she called
Now,
my daughter a
I
bastard.
heard people, I told people on this channel, I said, Hazel never talked about that shit was already in the blogs about the baby taking the Xanax.
Thank you. I never said it. I
Dell and
reposted
Alexis went on IG and did that shit. I have a whole video about that, vindicating you. I'm like, nah. Y'all gonna talk about some shit. Y'all gonna say the right shit. Hazel
Okay.
never. They didn't. You guys didn't even want to film. I think she got kicked off after that.
She did.
She went, and then it was all in the paper that she took the baby to the emergency room, and she would not stay.
That's why the child,
And
that's
that's
why they
why
called it.
PHS got called.
That's how,
So
and that is
that's
the,
how it went down.
and I did not say any of that. That was a story that already existed.
It was out already.
Did I might have bring more attention to it when
Right.
she was coming at me, and that was my retaliation. I reposted information that already existed, but you're not gonna pin it on me as if I made up the story. Because I
Right.
did not. It was
No,
already out there. People actually, when she had came at me that day for whatever she was coming at me for, because she always is coming at me for something.
right.
Well, did you know this about what was going on with her? They ran it down, just like they send me her porno tapes, just like they send me her mug shots, just like they send me her prostitution paperwork or whatever like that. So I don't go look for this information. It comes to me even with the getting kicked out with the thing
That
when
was all.
when we were in the room backstage. They came and brought me that. Did you know that she was going through this? I had no idea. People bring this information to me. Now, if you come, of course, I have the right to use it.
Right.
But for you to try to hold this animosity and say that you're doing all these things because
Right.
I talked about your child is really tacky because I never did.
Right.
And you did call my daughter a bastard. And then
She
you got
did.
played because right after you called her a bastard, I decided to drop my wedding photos and go ahead
Exactly.
and give you your
Girl,
date.
you was stunting. I said, look at her. She's stunting on IG. You was tearing her ass up on IG for like 2 weeks. Y'all was on, you had your anniversary. Y'all was on the boat. Y'all was on the yacht. I said, she is tearing her ass up.
She had crickets. She had to log
She
off.
was quiet.
Ghost. She went ghost. Shorty finally logged off. I got so many thank yous from so many people from across the world that you finally had shut her up for a little bit. It
Yeah.
has been peaceful. Then it was the Tory Lanez assassination. Then it was the Ray J manager's assassination. And
Yeah.
what's so ironic to me is that she came at me for all the stuff with her child, but you see, she's not said anything back to those men who put her daughter in songs and said really actual things about her child.
About the baby.
But she's not said anything. But for me, she wants to beat my ass and drag me and da 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 da. So
Because she's jealous of you, Hazel. It's obvious, it's apparent. Masika has, I think she has some type of self-esteem situation going on. She needs to get herself together. She's not getting any younger. She's getting older. She needs to, mature. But I don't, that was the last little platform I think she was going to have for a minute there, the Zeus. Child,
the paid subscription online network.
right. And something else, honey. They come after people like me, okay? I just had a situation with them. I'm not even gonna. I had to get a lawyer for. Yeah, I had to pay some money too to get these people. They was trying to take my channel, child. Trying to take my channel.
Why? Because you reposted something for their content. Yeah, they always do marriage, but they do that. But it's like like do your copyright claim and move on.
Right. So
Do
I
your
said, you know
copyright
what?
claim and
I'll
move
take
on.
it down. Let me
That's
take it
it.
down.
That's it. Do your copyright
So
claim.
just leave me alone.
If I were to do that and file claims on everybody who has Hazel E stuff posted across the net, like it would take a lot of energy
Right.
from me to even do that. Do a copyright claim if you feel like it's your intellectual property or you feel like it belongs to you. Because a lot of these rules with YouTube and stuff is real tricky. You can actually, I didn't know that I could put my stories up. People could screenshot my stories and post them and make money off of them. I had no idea of these things, but it's
Oh,
different world in YouTube.
oh yeah, because I have one. I have one of you guys playing basketball
Oh yeah,
during Christmas, I think it was. We
yeah,
were
we were.
girl. I said, "This is my girl." Yep, we watched it.
See, that's what I'm saying. And you could do that,
Yeah,
and there's no law against it. Like I couldn't.
right,
And then why would I want to get a lawyer to sue over some views, over some
right,
like? It's just
right,
like get your copyright claims and move on. Period.
right. Yeah. So you said, okay, being a mother. How old is Ava? She's so pretty.
She'll be thank you. She'll be 7 months in 3 days.
Oh, and how is motherhood? Are you? Did you breastfeed? Did you? How did that go?
Breastfeeding was really a challenge. Ava was not a baby who was interested in breastfeeding, but I made the 6 weeks. Like I was like, you
Okay,
gonna do it, but then she had a dairy. She's lactose intolerant, so we had to end up taking her off of it anyway and putting her on
okay.
Similac Alimentum. It's called, and it's like dairy, it has no dairy anything. And
Yeah.
she would break out in hives and stuff like that,
Oh,
even from like regular Similac when they gave it. So she was just it was rough with the breastfeeding. I really wanted to really I had everything. I had pumps. I was really ready and I pumped after that.
like that, right?
But just her and attaching, it felt like it wasn't for her and I just didn't
Okay.
want to force it on her.
Yeah, not everybody. Yeah, not every baby is with it. They
And
like,
then when she lost weight coming out the hospital, because I felt like she wasn't like I was having a panic attack. I didn't know that
right?
like they drop a couple like a pound or two, but I'm like,
Yeah,
I had a healthy 7 pound baby. Now she 5 pounds. I'm tripping at that point. Like,
right, right. What's
give me some milk. Give me a bottle. She need one. Like, period. I'm gonna run it. I don't care. I'm tripping on people in the hospital, like, I didn't have no 5 pound like it was
right?
one of those it was one of those things for me. And so but like I ended up having to have a C-section.
Okay.
Um and that was not planned. We planned on having a birth. She got under
Oh,
they kept trying to dilate me. I wouldn't like open or whatever. I was at 6.5 hours. Then her heartbeat
oh,
started going low. So I guess she got in like distress or something. So
right.
they just called it and was like, we're doing a
Oh,
C-section. I had to get an epidural. And it was like very, very intense for me and Devon, especially during COVID. You can
yeah.
only have one person there. It was like a thing, but when she was here, it was just like all of it's worth it. This scar on my lower abdomen is worth it. This extra weight, this love weight that Ava caused
Yeah,
me is
that's
worth
right.
it. She gave me hips. I have a mommy bod now. And even though people are like expecting that instant snap, like baby, I'm in almost the 40 club now, child. So I'm not 27 giving I'm not 27 giving birth and getting back to flat abs the next day. It's
Right,
probably gonna take some work. In addition to my stomach muscles were cut,
right.
so I'm gonna have to build that back up, and this is gonna take me a little minute. And guess what? I'm just not even like focused on me. I'm
But you're
focused on my daughter.
comfortable. That's right. And you look fine. They were trying to body shame you or,
Yes. Yeah.
but you're fine. You're, what was it? 2 months postpartum you were?
Yeah. I was like, yeah, I wasn't even a full 8 weeks. I think I was like 6.5, almost not even 7, not even 2 months when I did the
Yeah.
conversation. Like I had
Right,
just, I couldn't even literally, I still couldn't even barely walk straight. I
right.
like walk by myself. I still couldn't feel my lower abdomen, like, cause when I guess you
You
have the
gotta say
C-section.
something too. So,
Yeah, like I couldn't still feel, I was in no position to even fight with that girl. That's why
right.
one of the homies had to go ahead, they had to stay on go because at that moment I was like, y'all know I can't do nothing. Like I just had a
No,
whole C-section. It was
right.
major surgery. I'm not in the position to even fight her right now. So,
She didn't
everything.
really want no smoke. She didn't really want no smoke. They tore that wig off. All you saw, she sounded like some type of diva. She was like, I'm not going out there without a wig.
Get my goddamn wig and put it on my head right now. No, it wasn't even that for me. It wasn't even that. It was the Karen. It was the Karen moment because I've seen on Twitter, because that's the only place me and Masika don't have each other blocked is on Twitter.
Okay.
And on Twitter, and I hate to be giving her so much airtime, but fuck it, whatever. I'm
I
on
know.
that's what we talking about. That's what we so I seen her always with the Black Lives Matter movement and protesting. I remember with Trayvon Martin or something, or back in the day, she laid down in the street with Tyrese and them, and all did the don't shoot
Some
thing. And
bullshit.
you were always campaigning for, BLM and all that stuff. But as soon as a moment happened to where you weren't satisfied with the outcome, you legitly called the motherfucking pigs
Police.
in a pandemic and on Black
Black
females.
Right.
We were all Black females that you called the police on. So we were Black women who were blessed to get a job in a coronavirus. And because you started to fight and kept trying to attack me, got your ass beat and your wig snatched, you then wanted to call the police and sat there with and put your blonde wig, your Hazel E wig back on and tried to point them out and was really trying to give them that account. It was so weak to me.
It was
That's what
very
that's what made me even more mad. Like, how are you always championing and trying to be a person about police brutality? Then police could have came out there and
and
handcuffed us,
whooped people's
and
ass.
Ava would have
Right.
been at home, and we would have
Right.
all been in there with coronavirus, locked up and shit from doing our job.
Yep.
Who calls the police in reality TV?
Her, because she looked stupid, and everybody was saying, "So what you wanted to play fight? You kept throwing glasses. She kept charging at you,
She
and then
tried to kick
no
me when
one
I
was
walked by
afraid."
her. She tried to
Right.
kick me with her fucking late ass, hoe ass Versace heel on from 10 seasons ago. I dodged that. Like, okay, she just tried to kick me here. So at that moment, I'm like, all right, she got to get dragged, like, because
Yeah.
that's what she want to do. I got to match energy. Unfortunately, I'm not in a position to do this right now. So let's just make it happen.
Yeah.
Whoever's on go, get on go when it's time to
Yeah.
go. And that's just it.
Yeah, well, she's trash, and that was her only moment. She's done. So we gonna move on, y'all. Where y'all at?
Now people been wanting that from me. People been wanting
Yeah,
me to, they
they
really want me
have.
to read it down. They want me to read
Yeah,
it down.
they
They
have.
want to get the real perspective and how I felt. And it's just like everybody saw my intentions. Like I say, I play reality TV in reality. I don't come on reality TV to give you a false perception of who I am. You might not like me. You might love me. You might feel sorry for me. You might be I don't know. But I give you unapologetically hazily, you know? And I don't come on there to be fake. I don't sit online. I don't flex. I got this, I got that, and faking this and that. You just gonna get the raw me. I've been in Hollywood so long, but I'm not Hollywood. You
Right,
feel me? I can run with the best of them and still keep it real. I
right.
still eat humble pie every day because God giveth all this, God can take it away.
Yeah,
I've been up and I've fallen down in front of the world. So I'm at a position I'm going to keep it 100 and I'm going to keep it real. And I don't come on these platforms to be fake and
right,
to pretend that I'm this and that.
right,
I don't do that. I'm going to just keep it 100. And if you can identify and I can inspire you to do whatever, then that's what it's there for. And if I'm just good entertainment, then that's great too. Cause I'm a
right,
reality TV junkie, baby.
right.
Shit.
And you
I
are
watch all the
royalty. You're
girls.
reality TV royalty, and you know it. They
Thank
love
you.
you. Child,
Thank
I
you.
told these people that I was getting Hazel E. They said, "Oh my God, when?" I said, "2021. I'm going to get Hazel E. to come on and talk to you guys." And it was like, "You better, you better." They love you, girl.
Oh,
You
thank you.
can,
I
you
appreciate
can
it.
go away and come back. They love you. The public loves you.
Thank
So
you.
now you started off as a publicist. I
Yes,
heard.
I did. Yes, I did.
Okay.
Um, I started off as a publicist. I worked under a lady named Echo Haddix at Echoing Sounds PR. I have my bachelor's degrees over here in mass communications, TV broadcasting, public relations.
Okay.
I had really dope clients. I got to go. Gnarls Barkley was like my first really big
Oh,
campaign that I got to work on. We got 2 Grammys that year. I mean, CeeLo and Danger Mouse like took over the world
wow.
with Crazy. We did
Okay.
all those campaigns. I mean, I've worked with Soulja Boy, Chris Brown. I did Tank's Grammy campaign as well. Twista. Um, I had ran like a club. It was Area, now it's like Greystone or whatever it is in LA on Monday nights.
Okay.
Taraji Henson, Kevin Hart. I mean, like, and then like Idris Alba, I did a party for him, and he's the one that introduced me into music that helped get me
Okay.
popping from there. But my clientele list, you can go on Wiremint, you can Google it, see all these names, see all my red carpet events, see the Hazel Eyes logo on these backdrops. and know that my
Wow.
history speaks for itself. So the PR thing was that's that's where I
That's
came
what's
from.
up.
And
That's
I
what's
loved
up.
it. And I
Yeah.
loved being a publicist. Like I loved running Young Hollywood. I loved all the girls being on my carpets. Eva, Megan Good, Melissa. Like we would do it, and we had our whole little thing that I ran out there, and it was just I had my Hazel E's experience in Miami every year. With your fave Quincy Cone, like people that if you go back and look, you're gonna be like, damn, they was rocking with Hayes before they was yeah,
Wow.
it was that. And then when Love and Hip Hop came about, literally me, Tierra, Lola Monroe, and Jessica White were sitting in our living room in Hollywood at the apartment y'all have seen on TV. And
Right.
Tierra was on Love and Hip Hop New York for like,
Okay.
little cameos. And I was like, yo, we need to bring this to Hollywood. Like, it'd be crazy. Like, Puff just moved out here. This is out here. We need to bring this out here. I was doing my little rap thing, or
Right.
whatever, return music thing. And we just started putting together a cast. I called Young Berg. I called Tank. We called Soldier Boy. Mona had called Ray J in the game because it was between one of those two. I remember she called me. Was like, "Hayes, which one do you think it should be?" So we put
Yeah.
like a profile of
It was a
how.
better choice. I don't think the game would have fit in.
No, and then they end up giving him his own little date and
Yeah.
spinoff thing or
Yeah.
whatever. And
Yeah.
Ray J was my boy. Ray J, that's why everybody can see me in Ray J's history. Y'all gonna see Ray J was my first Hollywood friend ever. He
Okay.
introduced me to everybody.
Oh,
Megan, like he was my first. I was in college at Cal State Northridge, and Ray J was on the campuses coming up there, and we was running it. So he introduced me to the whole Hollywood thing. And then once Mona caught wind that we were trying to do it, we had all these names attached. She called Tierra and was like, I'm finna come out there and see what y'all got. And she did, and she started conducting interviews. And when she met me, she's like, so I heard you the one that was, whatever, whatever. And then she was like, you're gonna be my little rapper chick, my little carefree da 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 da. And I was like, where you want me on the cast too? Like you have, a star-studded cast, like,
yeah.
and she put me on and you know, I turned up my part and
So
decided to separate myself and do
now
my
I
thing.
do want to, but just ask it the last time. But Masika, you brought her in through that. She wasn't out.
Absolutely. Nope, she wasn't. So when they said Mona said she in so many words needed her whore. And I was like, well, I know the perfect industry hoe because you always
Uh-huh.
need the girl that's there that messed with somebody's
Right.
man or
Right.
whatever, whatever, whatever. So I was like, yeah, I know this one girl. She's messing with Gucci Man and this one and that because we would always see Masika sneaking in the Drake's house or Neo. She'd always be like creeping in late in the late hours and trying
Oh,
to duck off to do her thing or whatever. So friend of a friend. So I knew her and I had hit her up and I had sent her the NDA and a letter of intent too. And so when I remember I was talking to Moment, she was like saying like, so I have the names on the list, and I said, well, yeah, there's this one Masika Kalaja. She goes, oh, is it Masika Tucker? Yeah, she's on my list because such and such brought her up, and I'm like, yeah, she is. Like she's da 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 da. She's messed with this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy. Like she kind of fits the description as a
wow.
chick who's kind of
The
got around. Then I told Masika, then Mona and them got in touch with Masika, and then Masika's on the show. And as you can see at the beginning of the show, Masika wasn't in the opening credits season one. Where did
Nope.
y'all see Masika? In the scenes with who?
You.
Hazel E. Every time I had an event or I wanted to go talk about Masika, I wanted to go to this event.
Yep.
Would I bring Masika? So
Yep.
she started off
She's a
as
tag
my.
along. Yep. 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 She's
I
a she's
can't
so
rewrite. I can't rewrite the show. It's on there. Seasons 1 through 6. They're on demand right now. Go and look it up. I'm
Yep.
not telling no lies.
So how did you meet your husband?
Okay, how did I meet Devon? Well, he slid in my DMs. It was online love.
Oh,
And honestly, what was so funny is I paid him attention in 2019 when I actually moved back to Houston. But he had been trying to holler at me from 2017 or whatever. And I just remember seeing him and I'm like, he's fine. He's gorgeous. He's a model. He's just trying to come up. I look like a chick with a blue check on a TV show. He's social climbing because that's what we're used to. We're used to, guys think girls do it, but guys do it.
of course. Right.
God, look at this guy that's dating that was with that Jeffree Star person. It's like a whole social
Yeah.
climb from this one to that one, this one, that one. So guys can do it too. So I was always apprehensive, especially because he was so attractive.
Very.
But when I moved back to Houston, and I was moving into my new place here, and I had started kind of giving him a little conversation, like, you know, this and that and this and that, because he was here. And I was like, you know what, I really need help moving into this place. Let me just try him, you know. And after we had FaceTime and stuff, I had him pull up. And that first day, I remember him bringing me roses and Hennessy. I'm in workout tights, hair tied back, no makeup on, just like, can you get
Oh,
this
you're a
TV?
beautiful
Can
girl.
you get this TV off my truck? Because I mind you, I moved everything. They had to ship everything from LA, so I from LA to here, and I needed real help. And he said that he knew he was gonna marry me from the first time because he said he saw me with no makeup on and I was still
Yeah.
pretty. And
Very.
and he said that, like, if you asked him, he said that he knew I was his wife from the day one. And I remember
Um,
when he was gonna ask me to be his like girlfriend, we were going to the Astros game, and I kind of knew it, and I was just like, no, I'm not ready. Like, I just moved to Houston. I still want to, you know, I still want to see what's up.
right,
I
right,
had just got back from Dubai, and I'm like,
right.
I don't want to just commit myself. I had been in a relationship with Kat, and then so 4 years had been already taken. Pretty much ever since I got on TV, I was in a relationship.
Yeah,
So I never dated or like played the field. So I
right.
wanted to see what Houston was gonna give, you know. And
Oh,
I think after, I know I had hurt his feelings or whatever, because he was like, he was just like, he was over it, but he was still like talking to me. And after probably like not seeing him for 2 weeks and just talking to him, I was like, nah, I miss that every day together. Like, fuck it, like
yeah.
we're just gonna lock
Oh,
it down. And
you a
as
godsend.
soon as we
You
start putting the
a
relationship up, marriage boot camp had called. When we went on marriage boot camp, I think we were like 5 months in our relationship. And
okay.
and so then after we stayed and did that for like a month in LA, literally on the plane on the way home, he was like, if I asked you to marry me, would you? And I was like, you know, it was like one of them like, yeah, you know, type thing. And then shortly after I got, you know, and
So you guys weren't married or marriage boot camp?
nuh-uh. We
Okay.
were still just dating there.
Okay. So you know what? Then that answers my question. When he got asked, was he using you or whatever? That probably was just nervous jitters from being in a new relationship.
Yeah.
They twisted that into meaning he was trying to use you.
For clout.
So
And I think it probably was better for the show for if he would have been using me for clout.
right,
And what's crazy is Dr. Ish always said in the lie detector test that it was not ever about the lie, the truth or the lie if it came out. It was about what happened after the lie came out. Like, it was about the reaction. And so I felt in my heart, like, I was like, I just don't feel like he's using me. And I'm
right.
so glad I made that decision, because when we watched it back together, I seen that when he went out to the club the night before with the girls and stuff, he was all he worried about was me. Like, I seen like even times where I felt insecure in the house, like, is he down there in one of them bitches' faces? Because mind you, the girls was trying, they was in Devon's face. You know what I'm saying? I ain't
And
gonna hold you.
and
Bitches
he was taking up for you.
exactly. And I didn't know, because I'm like, imagine a dude coming on TV for his first time. What if he was using me and trying to play me out in front of, you know, the world? Like, I was so scared about it. Like, oh, I was terrified.
Because
And
you've been through that. You've
yeah,
been
I have. And
right.
so to like watch it back and to see that he did nothing to embarrass me at no point. It was one of those things where, like, I really made the right decision. Like, I
Yeah,
really won because I
yeah,
really wanted him.
yeah.
Like, look how
He's a
beautiful
good
my
guy.
baby is.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Oh,
He is
you're
so
thinking,
good.
no, he's a good guy. We all can see that. He's
He's
and
good
like
stuff.
I'm saying, he's fine.
Yeah.
He's
He
fine.
won, I won. We feel like we're in a
Yeah,
winning
you
situation.
guys
Because
are.
I get to wake up every day and I'll stare at him sometimes, or he'll be laying with Ava, and I'll literally be like, God, like, what did I do to deserve? Like, I'm so blessed. Like, I'm like, my man look good. Like, it's not no, like, I gotta find some, like, I gotta try to do this. Like, no, he
Right.
looks good. And we made a beautiful child
A
together. And whether you
beautiful
want to say,
baby.
she looked like her daddy or something, he's actually cute, whatever.
Right. The baby is beautiful and she's
She,
smart. I seen her playing with the phone the other day on Instagram.
she loved the phone. She
Yes,
loved it.
they all do. I think they
Okay.
born knowing how to use the phone.
I didn't understand. I had my friend Misha, my homegirl, she has her daughter, right? And she was like, I was like, what are you getting Parker? Because she's my goddaughter for her first birthday. She's like, her iPad. I said, an iPad? She only one. She goes, girl, they on the iPad at 6 months. No, Ava ain't gonna be like that. What Ava got an iPad, her own iPhone. She know how to work. Had to get her a keyboard for the I didn't understand it, but it's like she know how to take FaceTime pic.
Yeah,
I don't get it. Like, how do
yeah.
they know how to work these
I,
devices already?
it's just in them. I think they're wired that way. They just know.
She
They just
looked.
know. Yep. So we are going to take it away. I really appreciate it, girl. I'm probably going to end this early because I can't breathe. Okay.
You gotta take some. I took honestly. Got some Mucinex sinus.
Yeah.
It's like life changing.
Okay.
But that between that and Sudafed, I mean, and a Claritin, is.
And call it a night. I'm on the East Coast,
Yes,
so
let's see where you at.
I'm in Philly. So
Really, the
it's
allergies.
bad. It's
Mm,
bad. Mine is in the wintertime. Like soon as summer comes,
yeah,
I'm good. Like all winter, all spring is all this. It just
yeah.
runs and
Houston is horrible. Like that's the only thing I miss about LA is my weather because I can get used to
yeah.
Santa Ana winds, but this Houston allergy is it's called Houstonitis. And child, Ava got an ear infection because of Houstonitis right now.
Oh
That's what was
wow.
actually that's why I was running a little bit late because she woke
Yeah.
up. I had to give her ear infection medicine and
Oh
she's missing. It's her first time ever being sick because she's been healthy her whole time. So it's
yeah.
just like she's fussy and stuff like
He's
that. But
yeah.
but yeah, we just got some Mucinex sinus, and I'm not as bad as I was last night.
Well, I will try that. I will definitely try that because I'm gonna have to, and then I got the rash from blowing my
Blowing your
nose so
nose.
much. Oh,
Yeah.
I tried to my daughter. I was like, fix it for me. She was like, it's not nothing you could do.
No, I mean you still look great, and we had a great
We
time. I
had
appreciate
a
you
lovely
guys,
time.
Sweet Diaries. Thanks for
Thank
showing
you.
me love. Thank you for your platform for
You're
having me,
welcome.
and thank you for just encouraging and keeping up with me. We really appreciate it. Everything helps, and you know,
Yeah.
and good
Well, we
luck to
thank
all
you
of
for
us.
coming by, Hazel. You did not have to do it. I really appreciate it. Y'all say bye to Hazel. Look how pretty she is. Drop
uh,
down in the comments. Let her know how pretty she is. Go. Oh,
uh,
you have anything coming up, Hazel? You got any plugs you want to plug?
I mean, I do. I want everybody to go get my new EP, Diary of a Valley Girl, Volume 2.
Okay.
It's on
All right.
iTunes, Apple Music, all of that. You can still
Okay.
go get my book, Girl Code Inks,
Okay.
Educating Lifestyle.
Okay.
It's still out at Amazon and Target and
Yes.
stuff.
Okay.
And actually, I have a digital platform coming up with WeTV this year. WeTV
Okay.
loves your girl, so you guys gotta check that out as we get into
Okay.
pre-production. And when the world opens back up, I'll say that I'll be working with Mona Scott again. So you guys have to stay tuned.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, look, this is our first celebrity girl on the
Aw,
Sweet Diaries. It's more to come. We love you, Hazel. Thank you for
thank
stopping
you.
by.
Thanks for
Bye.
having me.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.